Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to Kinetic Customs, and today we're going to attempt to make our first ever forge welded Damascus steel billet, which we're then going to turn into a hammerhead. We're no means blacksmiths or anything like that. We've never done this before. We've actually only just made our first ever forge, because we very rarely do anything like that. So over here on the whiteboard we've got some 1045 medium carbon steel and some strips of 15N20. We're going to create a stack. We're going to compress it all in the vise. We're going to fully TIG weld it all up so no oxygen can get in between the layers. We're going to stick it in the forge. We're going to compress it. Hopefully it'll all stick. We're then going to face it off, stick some 1045 billets on the end, which will be the hammer faces. Hopefully forge all that back together, twist it in our twisting jig, clean it all up, and hopefully make a nice hammer out of this. Stay tuned. So over here we've got Ben welding on some 1045 1-inch square bar. So we're welding it onto this big thick plate here so we can stick this in the bandsaw and cut some 2-3mm slivers off the end, so I don't fancy slitting them off. Then over here, hi Enzo, yeah, nothing. Then over here we're just surface grinding some old bandsaw blades, cleaning them up ready for laminating between the 1045. This is 15N20. Well, we hope it is anyway. We have tried etching it and it does highlight more than the 1045 does, so we should have a nice contrast in the laminations. So we're cutting our first sliver of 1045, doing it around about 2.53mm thick. It's going to be our medium carbon in between the higher carbon. We've got the different grades of steel all cleaned up. We've surface ground the 15N20, which was an old bandsaw blade. We've linished the 1045. We're going to cut some of this off there, and we're going to stick it in the vise and glue it all together with some weld. Just getting the forge warmed up. Should take about half an hour. Got Aid over here, fusion welding the billets together. And then Ben's over here, getting the forge up to temperature. That's 544.7 at the moment. Yeah, still needs a little bit warming up. There we have it, all welded up. Weld a bar on the end so it's easier to manage. Time to put it in the forge. Let's go. Time to fire up the power hammer. Right, come over to the forge, just checking up on Ben. How's it going, Ben? Where are we up to?
We're just going to turn the billet over and get some more heat on the other side. We're looking for like a yellow colour on the billet, so that way we get a little amount of heat on it. So, it's about ready now, lads. We're going to take the bar out and give it some wax.
That's it, so we've roughly got the right sizes that we want. We're just going to let it cool down slowly on the anvil, and then we're going to weld on some billets on the end. We can put it in our twisting jig and do a one full twist, one full revolution. Got some billets welded on the end there, so we can put them in our twisting jig. We're going to put it back in the forge so we can get this all nice and back up to temperature, and then we can put it in the twisting jig and give it a good couple of twists. Right, gonna be quick. I'll try and fish this out. Ben, where are them bars? Oh, I've got it. Straight over to the twisting jig. Off. What I'll do then, you start twisting. Please don't fall apart. That's a quarter of a twist.
Oops, coming off the...
Oh, the weld's breaking. Okay, we'll have to fix something else then now. Yeah, we've got a crack in the weld there, so we might actually have to twist it by hand by putting it in the vice. Where it's cracked there, hopefully we can get just enough weld on it, and then we're just going to focus the heat with the burner, aren't we, Ben?
Yeah, we can do that.
So I'm going to try welding this up so we can still get a bit of a twist. Alright, you swap that over. We've got one full revolution there, so what we need to do now is put this back in the forge it back square. So I'm just going to lock these ends back on, and then we're going to weld the bar back onto the twisted billet and put it back in the forge so we can have it square. Yeah, so we've just ground the sides to see if we can see the grain. I don't know if you can pick that up on camera. We've not etched it yet, but we do have a few cold shuts on the corners and one there, but we're hoping to be able to grind those out. We're going to take the corners off anyway before we put it in the jig for twisting, and then we'll forge weld some 1045 hammer faces on. So yeah, so far not too bad for a first attempt. A bit of a bittersweet ending for the day today. We have actually successfully managed to make some twisted Damascus, which looks pretty neat, but we couldn't make any sort of twisted bench hammer that we wanted to make originally, so I just ended up kind of making a little object like that and trying the etching, which looks pretty neat, but still feel a bit disappointed that we didn't get the end result that we wanted, making a hammer out of it. Maybe make a little jewellery hammer out of it. But yeah, sadly that's it guys. Thanks for watching.